Welcome to week 15 of your home learning year 6. As you can see from this image, we are working around the theme of toys. Lots of your activities are based around toys through the decades. We hope you enjoy them. The weekly overview has been updated, so please take a look at that to check out which subjects we will be doing in school and which you can do at home. This is particularly important for those of you that are only attending school 2 days a week. One of your reading comprehensions on the Google Drive this week is around the history of toys, which gives you a nice intro to how toys have developed over time, how they've changed. The second reading comprehension that you can complete at home is a short story. Your writing task this week links with our theme of toys. During the 1980s, many new gadget-type toys were coming out. Technological advances were meaning that toys were taking on a new look. As new toys were developed, companies did their very best to advertise to children and adults alike, and radio advertising was very popular in the 1980s. This was because not everybody had a television set back then, and certainly not everyone had a colour one. Equally, the internet hadn't even been invented. The first thing I'd like you to do is design a new toy. This can be a toy of today's decade. You don't have to link it back to the 1980s. You'll then need to plan its main features. Who is it for? What age group of children will it most appeal to? And what elements of the toy are going to be the things that you'll include in an advert? You'll see on the sheet that there are some links that you can click on so that you can listen to some radio advertisements and pick out some of the key features of how they persuade people to purchase. You'll notice this week that the modelled write isn't particularly long, and that's because radio adverts are short and snappy and deliver a message very quickly and very effectively. Those people who write radio ads have to think of clever ways to hook their listeners in. They need to write effectively, they need to choose their words carefully, and they might use clever devices and their literacy skills to really hone in on their target market. I'd like you to write less rather than more this week. Quality over quantity is the key. Sticking on the theme of toys, we've got a history task this week which is based all around that, all about childhood entertainment and fun through the decades. Miss Eddleston has put together a set of cards here for you to sort out into a sorting grid, which is on the next page, and then you are asked to evaluate toys and why they have stayed popular or not popular over time. Miss Eddleston will explain it all in the video. Your spag sheet will look familiar, and it looks like this week. And your spellings is a revisit of the Year 5-6 statutory spellings. You'll need this sheet to help you work out which word fills in the gaps on this word search. The clues are at the bottom, and once you've worked out the words that fit the gaps, you can complete them, hopefully spelling them correctly. If you get any wrong, then those are the ones that you can keep practicing for the week. This week's White Rose Maths looks at ratio and proportion, and there's lots of bar modelling to help you with that. For those of you wanting greater challenge, as always, there's the Year 7 Maths on the Google Drive and a couple of extension tasks, Latin multiplication and making 11p from the Enrich site. Because we no longer have any science tasks, we've put 2 STEAM tasks on for you. One is making a periscope and the other one is the changing states of an egg and putting it into a bottle. Your computing this week is evaluation, and there's a different sheet there this week for you to work through some of the tasks. Your art task this week looks at movies and the posters that advertised and helped sell the films in the cinemas. These were iconic during the 1980s. They helped sell tickets as people wanted to go and see the movies because they'd seen the posters selling them. Your task this week is design your own poster in a 1980s style for a movie of your choice. That's all your home learning this week for week 14. We hope you enjoyed the theme of toys, investigating those from the past, as well as inventing some for the future.